Yes, it can certainly help us go from a 3 to a 5, from doing fine to doing really well. But it's even more beneficial when we're at -3 or -5. It can help us bounce back and even launch us beyond. Why? Because the science of happiness strengthens our psychological immune system. Needless to say, bolstering your psychological immune system, or your biological immune system for that matter, doesn't mean you won't get sick. It simply means you'll get sick less often, and when you do, you'll recover more promptly. The science of happiness can help you become happier, even if slightly so, no matter where you are along the spectrum. It also equips you to be better able to deal with difficulties and hardships when they arise. In fact, with a strong psychological immune system, you could go a step beyond resilience. You could become anti-fragile, what I think of as Resilience 2.0. Anti-fragile is a concept that was introduced by writer, epistemologist, and statistician Nassim Taleb, a professor at New York University. To understand anti-fragile, we need to start with resilience, a term taken from engineering. A particular substance or material is considered resilient if it returns to its original form after enduring stress or pressure. Along similar lines, to explain resilience, we use the metaphor of a ball dropping and then bouncing back to its original point. According to Taleb, a substance or a material is anti-fragile if, after enduring stress or pressure, it doesn't merely return to its original state, but grows stronger as a result. If a resilient ball bounces back to where it was before, an anti-fragile ball bounces back higher. More generally, an anti-fragile system, and that could be an inanimate object, or a living entity in the form of a person, a relationship, a group of people, or even a nation, goes through hardship and consequently grows stronger, better, happier. When Friedrich Nietzsche, the 19th century German philosopher, wrote that whatever does not kill me makes me stronger, he was describing anti-fragility. And indeed, you can grow from adversity and experience anti-fragility, even if you have gone through extreme hardship. Trauma can pull us down or raise us up, leave us weaker or make us stronger. In fact, research by psychologists Richard Tedeschi and Lawrence Calhoun at the University of North Carolina suggests that people faced with hardships are more likely to experience post-traumatic growth, PTG, than post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. Most of us have heard of PTSD, which can include painful consequences like reliving the trauma, anxiety, and depression, difficulty concentrating, and trouble sleeping. But there is another potential enduring experience, a beneficial one, and that is PTG. Nothing, unfortunately, can guarantee growth after trauma. However, there are certain conditions we can put in place to significantly increase the likelihood of that outcome. As I see it, a central objective of the science of happiness is to help individuals, families, organizations, and communities understand and apply these conditions, and thereby grow from the difficulties associated with the pandemic or any other hardship. There is much that we can do to become more anti-fragile. From research to me-search. I wrote this book so that you can have something to anchor you during tumultuous times, ideas that you can hang on to and, most important, experiment with. I'm a psychologist and an academic. In my profession, I draw on research a great deal. However, even more essential than research is me-search. Research is about looking at what other people have done, evaluating their actions, and learning from the result. Me-search is doing the same for the self, looking inside, experimenting with change. I'm a big fan of biographies. There's much that we can learn from them, especially biographies of people who have done special and extraordinary things. One of my favorites is that of revered Indian leader and activist Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi's autobiography is subtitled, "The Story of My Experiments with Truth." Notice the language. It's not my finding truth. It's not my discovery of truth. It's my experiments with truth. Throughout his life, standing up for social justice, Gandhi